So here I'm driving again in Ukraine, and I just again wanted to give an update how it is to be basically here at the moment living in Ukraine. And I took my family. I took Kitty, who's actually called Natasha, and the kids, the boys, twin boys, and our oldest daughter, who's 11, who thank God came yesterday evening back from Kiev because she goes there to an international school, the only one in Ukraine, and that was very close to the Antonov airport, where they are building the Ukrainian planes or fighter jets. I don't exactly know, but her school was very close to there. So she was basically listening to every bomb or missile or rocket that were launched and fired, and you know how they were fighting back and forward about who would remain the authority of the airport there. So it was good we got her back. So Kitty, she has some family here outside of our city where we live, and we wanted to leave Ukraine, of course. Now remember, I mean, it feels like it's been going on much longer, but it started yesterday basically. So, yesterday I thought it was better to stay because we're in the 7th largest cities, as I've said. And I'm just filming this so you can see now, I mean, it's sunny, right? And now there are no senoritas without jackets, but you can see that the weather's nice, and on the kind of highway we have here, you can see it's also okay. So we're going back to Vinnytsia, where I think they're not letting us pass through so easily. But this is then, of course, the Ukrainian, border patrol or police, you could say. But anyway, so I got my family out there. My Kitty, she was relieved. She was really smiling because during the night, we actually had also to go and look for evacuation. Basically, the sirens are on, and they were on many times during the day and many times during the night. So during the night we had to go search for shelter, and I think they did fire a rocket here again on Vinnytsia, but that's only, when I say only, but that's more a military depot and an airport. So it was, we're far from that, so you could hear a little bit, but it wasn't really anything to make you scared. But of course, it's not a nice thing to have to go into the bomb shelter. And this is a picture that you don't see much of in the international news. But if you see all this wonderful, wonderful land around, and especially I don't know if you can see it here. I mean, Ukraine is a beautiful country. It's a very beautiful country, and it's not only that it's a beautiful country in terms of nature, it's a big country. It's a big, big country, and there's so many places you can be, and you can see these are called villages, of course. I mean, everybody knows what a village is, right? We all know probably here the chance of meeting a missile or a rocket is very small. So yeah, they're safe, and as they say, it's better to be safe than sorry. So I'm heading back because I want to pack our things. For leaving a country where we have lived for a few years and got kids and everything, and then deciding to leave that within 20 minutes. Kitty wanted to get the F out of there. Kitty didn't care anymore, but I have to get my all my wallets, my hard or my cold wallets, right? So with all the cryptos and everything, and I also want to take the videos and the machinery so I can continue the YouTube channel. Crypto never sleeps. Anyway, guys, this was just a quick update, so I will do more of it. But as you can see, there are parts where you can be safe. Nevertheless, we will leave. Kitty wants to leave. And that's going to be another interesting trip, because there we have to get on the road to Moldova. And they have a border to Ukraine, and Moldova has a high crime rate, had a much, much higher. it's gone down. So I hope we don't have to, not gonna meet some bandits there on the way. But I think once we get to the border there and get out, then I think we should be safe. So that will be tomorrow. So wish us luck. So I thought I wanted to make another video or continue the video where I'm actually just shooting while I'm driving through the city, not only on the highway of it, right? So we're gonna get closer through Vinnytsia, as I've said many times before, and I just wanna, say that again. It's the 7th largest city in Ukraine, and here you can see on the other side there's a gas station where, I don't know if you saw that, a few cars waiting, not that many. So as we are approaching the heart of the city, I mean, we are much closer now than we were from the beginning of the video. So, yeah. What I wanted to say about the sentiment here in Russia, I mean, needless to say, right? I think I have always liked or respected Putin, let's say. Not a lot of respect left for him. Now, what they're saying, an update on where this is going, is that sometimes I have to take it down if I see a police car or something. They're not crazy about driving and filming, besides the point that it's illegal when it comes to driving, and especially when there's war, right? But what I wanted to say is that Putin, what he has done there, coming in and the way he's bombarding it. But some people say that the sentiment is he wants to come and take Kiev. And once he has overtaken the parliament, then everybody can go back to business, apparently. Now, I don't see that happening. I think they are going to actually get Kiev. Could be today, maybe. Tomorrow. I don't think that's going to take them very long. So as you can see here, now we're getting close to the city, and I will almost tell you that, I would like to tell you that this kind of, chaos, or whatever you want to call it, I forgot the name, when car queues, they're normal. That has nothing to do with war. And over there, I don't know if you can see, there's a bus stop and so on, lots of people there, normal people, so, yeah, I mean, today it just looks kind of normal, right? But don't forget, in Kiev it's different. So apparently they're going straight for Kiev. Done it quickly, gotta say, right? I mean, they're coming in from different regions of Ukraine, crisscross, basically, not crisscross, I think, from the, obviously the east and the south. But there are rumors that they're gonna bring in more soldiers that are gonna basically keep law and order. I don't know if that's how that's successful that's going to be, and I'm scared of that, and that's also why I think we're leaving. Now, thinking about, and by all means, I'm not a politician or historic or anything, but what do I think that's going to happen long term? I mean, I don't see Putin just coming in here, because I think he had a wrong perception of how Ukrainians think of Putin. Now, it is right, as he stated in his speech here, 4 days last week, or actually yesterday prior to the invasion, when he said, your grandfathers and your great-grandfathers fought together, all of us together, to protect this country against the Nazis. So, put your weapons down and go home. And of course, there's some truth to it, but I think that Putin, from my point of view, it's almost like I just took this yellow. It's almost like he acts like a angry dad, like a spoiled, old, angry, narcissistic dad that doesn't accept or allow that the kids want to go elsewhere. Now, we can have a good old-fashioned debate about who's worse or who's better, right? Who's the lesser evil? Is it the West, the lesser evil, or the East? And that's a debate for a whole other day. But if the children of Ukraine and the citizens of Ukraine, who are obviously much younger than the generations who fought the Nazis, if they choose to, it's a democracy, or even if it wasn't a democracy, if it's only just a family, there's the freedom of individualism, right? That we have still in somewhere in limited capacity, we have the option to choose and vote and choose for what we like. We choose, Kitty and I and the kids, to leave because Russia's coming. But before, we chose to live here because it was a nice place to live. So I think morally, I can agree with Putin that Ukraine and Russia and NATO and all of them things, but it's up to the children. Well, you just didn't win the popularity contest, did you now? And there's nothing you can do about that. But you can't punish people for that, can you now? And that's what he's doing. And I think that's punishing them is a little word compared to what's going on. So today I feel so great, because if you're still watching, then I know today I can just speak slow. It doesn't matter, because it's also so you can see the city, right? So I'm just kind of showing you the city and driving and so on. So you can see things here are normal. But I think, so what I'm saying, that Putin just coming in and overtaking the government and putting the Russian flag, no, I don't think that's going to work. And I think the generation, the great-grandfathers that fought the Nazis, there are not a lot left of them. And I think the ones that are left, they're anyway, so old that they're not, allowed to vote anymore because of senile. No. So anyway, I think that's a miscalculation. How's it going to be? Well, it could also potentially, which I really don't hope, Ukraine is a too nice country to get lost in having a many-year drawn-out guerrilla fight, or
turn half left in 1 kilometer.
So I don't know, but you see, prior to this, I was playing with the thought, okay, if there's gonna be a war, well, what are we gonna do? Or what invasion, or how's it gonna be? And I thought it would be a quick one, right? I just thought, they would just take the Donetsk region. I actually didn't think he would take the capital and the country and all of that. So now he's really trying to force a Russian government on people here. And I don't think that's going to lead to anything healthy, unfortunately. So, and the sanctions are maybe, they're going to, weaken Russia, but that's like, we all know sanctions, they don't help individual people, on a quick solution. If anybody wanted to let him go here. And this is a trolley bus, you can see here, a sexy looking bus coming here, the trolley bus. Let's go behind him so you can enjoy the view of the trolley bus. Number 2. So in case you want to go you come to Venus, you take bus number 2. So what I was saying, let's just overtake him so you can see. Ooh, sexy looking. I don't know if you saw it.
Please turn half left.
Yeah, turn half left. And there's a big truck here. But so here you can see now we're getting closer to the city. I don't know if you can see it in the background. So I think Putin is doing himself not a favor. I don't think he's going to win this popularity contest. I think you're going to be, and once the Russian troops to come in and don't only call themselves peacekeepers, but call themselves brothers, right? Brothers, from another mother or whatever, from another father, and a sister from a mister. I think that sounds quite funny sometimes. But then when you have the Russians coming in and not really behaving very brotherhood-like, in fact, and the Russians, they do look down a little bit on the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians piss on the Russians. So there's never, yes, they were brothers and all that, but there's also been some local dynamics that hasn't always been to to the best liking. So now we're really getting to the center. That is why I'm filming this. And not only do we have trolley buses, they also have these tramway, they call them. I don't know if you can see them, but So this is the bridge that takes you, I wish I could say, over some sexy looking river, but not really. But takes you to the heart of the city. But this is basically the heart of the city, you can say. Right. Now I'm gonna put you here on the side because this is where you can see I don't know if I can hold it, you can see some water. The roads here, like, they're not, fuck those roads. That's when you say, I have got to drive. But yeah, here on the left, I don't know if you can show some big building. That's actually where the Chocolate King has his factory. The former Ukrainian president, who's now being, sued, or they are claiming that he made monkey business with Russia. So he has to go to court and could face up to, I don't know, many years of prison. I'm gonna be able here to turn right. Not that I think that it really cares for you, so I'm not gonna take a tour through the walking area, but I think you got more than you needed of this little city, and of me maybe even two. So final thoughts. I hope that, I hope America, the West, they're gonna do something, but by that time, let's see how that's gonna work, and if Russia is then already in place here, and is it gonna be guerrilla war, like in Afghanistan, and they're gonna bomb those things that Ukraine really has been able to build up since its independence of Russia, right? Ukraine has actually had a tough time, but has in many ways been able to develop itself and has become a beautiful country, a nice country. And I think there was never really enough focus on that. Ukraine tends to just have a bad reputation, but I must say here it's cheap, it's beautiful. I can show you the land that I have one day, or I can, if you want to see, I bought a nice piece of land. We were supposed to build a wonderful house there that I never got around to, but we were supposed to do it this summer. Now I actually start we got the plans and everything. It has right next to access to the river, but what do we do now, right? Now we put those plans on hold. That's just how that works. Anyway, let's see, and I'll see you later. Join me for the live stream, and if you like crypto, well then you should like me. And if you don't know crypto, well then get to know me, and then you'll like and know what crypto is. So lots of love, and don't forget, I love you.